Very good afternoon, concierge. This is François-Xavier speaking. Oh, thank you so much for asking. I'm always wonderful.
London's Mandarin Oriental Hyde Park is one of the world's most exclusive hotels.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Our Royal Suite goes for £15,000 a night.
If you want to have this kind of hotel, you need the money. If not, how do you pay? You cannot pay with love.
Offering elite clientele a flavour of traditional Britain.
I'm always a sucker for cucumber sandwiches.
I think it's the double cream that gets me going.
Now, for the first time in its history,
Busy?
the hotel has agreed to open its doors.
Good evening.
Both upstairs
I'm in the Royal Suite.
Good dear.
and downstairs.
Five-star hotel, so they expect top-notch. Chop chop, they pay money and I need it now. Check on scallop meat between 2 pork and a sea bass, please.
And reveal to the world the secrets of its success.
I wish you the most pleasant afternoon ever. Thank you. Goodbye.
Oh, these bags are heavy, huh? Exercise.
Very good afternoon, concierge. This is François-Xavier speaking. How may I assist you?
Since the Mandarin Oriental first opened its doors almost 20 years ago, the number of hotels in London has nearly doubled.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Today, the hotel is one of 50 in the capital's exclusive five-star market.
The luxury hotel market in London is very, very competitive. You have more and more five-star hotels.
There are so many iconic names, you know, the Savoy, the Ritz, Claridge's, the Dorchester, and we're competing with them more or less for the same guests.
Good to see you, sir. Welcome back. Welcome back. You okay?
People come back to a luxury hotel because of who work there, not because of the product they have.
Very good morning, concierge. François-Xavier speaking. May I place you on hold for a second, please? Thank you.
Maybe we should do a bucket of carrots there.
That would be good. And then we'll lead the horse onto the grass.
Yeah.
And I think this is a great photo opportunity for it, for the horse to be here. The hotel in the background.
Yeah.
Tonight, the hotel is hosting an important business event set up by Director of Communications, Sarah.
We are launching Jilly Cooper's new novel called Mount. Is Hello coming tonight?
I'm sure they will be,
And
yes.
Tatler and...
Yes, they are.
Yeah. You know, I've always been such a fan of her books. You know, when I was younger, sort of racy, fun, you know.
Ah, there we go. Yes, Jilly Cooper. You have to like the people who are having sex so it doesn't work, is the headline. We are going to bed again, called Rupert across the paddock.
Let's light the candles in the next 15 minutes, Adetta. And can you please check with housekeeping? Cloakroom's ready. Do we need to have this? Oh, can we open it? Yeah, come on. Let's get nice and airy.
An event like Jilly's can bring in tens of thousands of pounds. And it's also valuable in terms of the publicity it can generate for the hotel.
You see, they don't see you. Little bits.
10 journalists have been invited tonight, along with the 300 high-profile guests.
This is your new uniform. Okay?
Director of Catering Operations, Paul, is responsible for making sure everything runs smoothly.
How about that? With the type of clientele that we have, we're dealing with everybody from people who are running banks, CEOs. So obviously, they come here and see the service. It's going to have an impact on their decision-making about maybe bringing a different event here or another event here. Okay. I used to work for somebody once who used to always say, oh, they're very happy, great, have they rebooked? So if they haven't rebooked, you're not that successful. We're going to do a briefing now with the team, or Johannes is. We'll go through all the allergens, what we expect. We'll do a little history of what's happened.
Sorry, Johannes, I've got the company coming in. Stop, jumping around like a jockey. Thank you.
Rush hour, they call it.
To make sure the event wows the guests and generates precious column inches in the press, the hotel is laying on a lot more than champagne and canapes.
I'm waiting for the horse to turn up. Obviously, I'm not used to this. I'm used to big open spaces, not London cabbies up and down the road.
Since Gilly's new novel features a grey stallion, the hotel has arranged for one to be brought in by horse whisperer Gary Witherford.
I deal with problem horses, what other people can't deal with. It's to get the horse calm and relaxed and to get on and do his job without any hassles. You know, to bring a 19-year-old stallion into London is quite unique, I should think. It's the first time anything like this has been done, especially in a hotel.
It's not just the likes of Jilly Cooper that the staff need to impress. In recent years, another type of guest has become increasingly important. Children.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Very good.
Thank you.
While parents used to leave the kids behind, many families now stay at the hotel every year, generating a lucrative new source of business.
The cutest flower girl in France.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, look at that cheeky grin.
When I started in the hotel industry, I don't recall having so many children around. You just have to adapt. You adapt to the child, you smile.
I can see that this is an early morning, isn't it?
You treat the kids as you'd treat the father, the young son or the little girl, you know. You'd ask her what she bought shopping that day or what she wants to do.
So do you want to know at what time the trains are leaving?
Yes.
Yes, are you planning to go to Legoland today? Oh dear. Do you have a lot of Legos at home?
Yeah.
Yes? It's very nice, isn't it?
Parents are always proud of their children, so if they see their children happy, then they are delighted, and this is what we want.
Are you going to spend the afternoon over there? Or?
Yes.
Oh, it's lovely.
Always target a soft point.
I hope you will have a nice time over there. Yes, I'm sure you will. So, have a good afternoon.
For us, thanks God, when we travel, we are going to the 5-star hotels, always.
My kids are constantly asking, when can we stay at the hotel, when can we stay at the hotel, because they know they get to go swimming and they get breakfast in bed, delivered on a tray.
Much important, the love, the family, the union, but if you want to have this kind of hotel, absolutely you need the money.
Yes, I need the money.
If not, how do you pay? You cannot pay with love.
Thank you so much.
Catering for wealthy families may be good for business,
See you again soon.
Right, thank you so much.
but it's not always fun and games for the staff.
There's a lot of things that you need to watch out for more when children are around. Now, kids drop things more easily. Some kids are left in the room without supervision and starting to paint the carpet or the wall and all these things. The same like you have at home.
So stain now, stain now, and stain now. I've had a go. I've got another stain now. From there, around out.
For the last 2 weeks, one of the most expensive suites has been occupied by a large family.
I've had a go trying to wash it out, but it's stained it.
The hotel now needs to replace all of the carpets.
You see a lot worse than that sometimes. A lot of people have these fat bowls, which they cook their, what they call it, Trev?
Fondue.
Fondue. And they have hot fat, and it all sort of goes over, burns the carpet, all grease. So you get a lot worse than that, a lot worse. Just the way, just a different way of life.
Front office manager Roman has an important business decision to make, whether or not to charge the family.
And that looks like coffee. It could be chicken curry. Can be anything, really. That's quite big, actually.
Their hotel bill already amounts to £200,000.
So including inclusive VAT to replace 2 carpets and 2 rooms. It's £10,535.39.
Is the hotel going to take that on?
No, we will charge a guest. Morning, gentlemen. How are you? How's it going?
Lovely.
Yeah? Yes. Guests that stay in the suite for a couple of weeks have considerable amount of money, so I don't think a carpet will break their bank. Literally like buying a pint of milk in the supermarket. See you.
Come on, open up the bottles. Get them all out, Gerald. Seriously, you put you behind a bar and you can't even... Hurry up, come on.
At Jilly Cooper's book launch, the pressure's on to impress hundreds of important guests.
Thank you.
This is Sarah. You remember Sarah?
As well as the racy romance novelist herself.
You look gorgeous.
You look wonderful. Hello, I'm Chris. We met at the Diarist lunch.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Lovely
And you?
to see you. So much.
Oh, pleasure. Delighted.
Jilly's been given the royal suite for her changing room.
I'm in the royal suite. I mean, what an excitement for me to be in the royal suite. I'm very pleased.
This suite comes with its own private butler and normally costs £15,000 a night.
It's lovely, isn't it? I mean, it's about 10 rooms, this suite. And sort of jacuzzi. I might have a jacuzzi later at 4 o'clock in the morning. It would be fun, wouldn't it? I'm absolutely terrified now because there's lots and lots and lots of people I've met who are coming this evening, and I'm panicking I won't recognise them. So you have to say darling a lot and introduce yourself and all that sort of thing. But I hope it'll be all right because lots of heavenly people are coming.
Heavenly people bring heavenly business, but you need to put on a show.
So the horse hasn't arrived. I can't believe it. Everybody's coming to see the horse, aren't they?
The horse is supposed to be here at 4 and hoping to go, you know, on stage, if you like, sort of around 6-ish. I'm more stressed now than I am when I'm putting the horse in the starting gates, you know, for the derby.
Can we get you a glass of champagne? Sorry, Gerald, look after the lady, please.
To survive in the competitive 5-star market, the Mandarin Oriental has to constantly attract high-profile guests.
Can I just ask for a protocol point of view? Do we have any lords or ladies here?
Yes.
Tonight, 300 important people have been invited to Jilly Cooper's book launch.
We do loads of parties that people are only there to be seen and to make connections and pass the business card.
Our wonderful friend from OK, who did the
Sometimes they're not even interested in the food and the beverage. They're interested in meeting somebody to do a deal. You can't measure what people get out of a party.
But one important guest has yet to make an appearance. The stallion.
My wife is driving it down from home, down in Wiltshire. It's supposed to be a minute away. That was about 25 minutes ago. I'm sweating, never mind him. That's mine. Nicola? Is that you coming down the road now? I can see you now. So just swing up there, let's road. Good boy then. It's a long time to be stood in a lorry without having a pee. You'll see him now, he's desperate to have a pee there now. There he goes, on cue almost. He was absolutely dying for that. Being a horse whisperer means that I get into the horses' heads because they can't talk, but you have to listen. Just there, he's getting actually, well, let's get on it, stamp the foot. You know, that's him talking to me and saying, let's get on with it, Dad, you know.
We're a little anxious because we'd like to see the horse over there. So
Yeah,
are
we're
we?
waiting for the PR lady to come and get us.
They're all there, waiting for you. They weren't coming here. So if we leave it any longer, we're going to have a bit of a problem because the terrace is going to fill with all the guests, and then
we are ready. We're ready.
fabulous,
But we were
fabulous.
waiting for
Oh,
somebody to come and get
I
us.
see.
So-
Okay. Well, I think the best is for you to
ready.
follow me, and
follow.
then we'll.
I'll just grab him.
And then we'll go.
He's here. He's here. Look, 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 look.
Who
This is Brooker.
Brooker?
Brooker the stallion.
Hello, darling.
Yeah.
Okay, come
I'll
on,
bring him in.
sweetie, and I've got lovely carrots.
Oh, he'll love all that. There he is.
It is a bit bonkers. The whole thing is a bit bonkers, but what a lovely story.
We've got a full garden. I don't think we've ever had a full garden of both humans and a horse. Look at everyone. Really good turnout.
He's telling open the book, he says.
That's a naughty bit. What do you think of that bit? What do you think, Dad?
But while the great and the good have turned out in force, not everyone is welcome.
You didn't have an invite, okay? You don't... No, that's fine, ma'am. You don't have an invite. You're not supposed to be here. It's not the first time I've asked you not to come. I have a feel for people, you know. I just know if they shouldn't be there, or they're not acting the right way, or they're a bit sheepish. Okay, well, I'm awfully sorry. This is not the first time we've spoken. There are always going to be somebody somewhere along the line who thinks, you know, I should be part of that, you know, and we have to make sure that doesn't happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Jilly. To Jilly!
I just want to say the message on the cover is a bit arbitrary in that it orders you all to mount Jilly Cooper. So instead of mounting me, I'd like you to form an orderly queue and shake my hands. Thank you all very much.
To be a contender in the competitive five-star market, all luxury hotels need one key ingredient.
When I stay in a hotel, the most important thing I want to see is that staff are courteous.
It's the staff, it's people jumping at your whim as soon as you ask for something.
Delivering luxury, if you don't come across, you know, in a genuine way or in a helpful way, or you know, people will spot it immediately.
Francois, good morning.
Very good
I'm
morning.
delighted to see you.
Oh, what a pleasure, Mr.
And
Bentley.
this is Paul.
You look as wonderful as ever.
One member of the hotel's staff is essential when it comes to bringing in important guests.
My role at the Mandarin Oriental is that of ambassador. And so I try to represent the hotel in an ambassadorial fashion.
This is a lovely fabric, this.
I got this in Italy.
That's beautiful.
The great coup was that I was, to a very large extent, responsible for the Queen choosing the hotel for the dinner the night before William and Catherine's wedding. Good morning. I'm very well, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good.
Mr. Bentley normally lives in Venice, but every 6 weeks he travels to London to carry out his ambassadorial duties.
My first assistant manager's job was at a little hotel in the country. And then I went to the Savoy as house manager. And then I went to Claridge's for 27 years. And then I had 10 years at the Ritz, and I've had 8 years at Mandarin Oriental Hyde Park. Rory, I've missed you.
Welcome back.
Did you look after my friend Mrs. McManus?
Of course.
You know she works for the Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall.
I remember that being mentioned.
It's quite an important detail.
Yes.
I think Mr. Bentley is a secret weapon, you know, because he knows a lot. He knows people, he knows things. In a way, he's a concierge.
Are you smiling today?
Just about.
He's so British. The suits, the style, He's like a retired James Bond.
How lovely to see you.
Oh, I'm so pleased to see you.
And
Are
you're
you well?
Looking absolutely divine in chiffon. Very,
It's Italian.
very appropriate for this time of the year.
Is it?
During his time in London, Mr. Bentley has arranged several meetings.
We've got a lot to talk about.
I've got the Pittsburgh Orchestra,
Oh, brill.
who I hope are going to come here.
When are they coming?
Today, Mr. Bentley is having lunch with his friend in the hotel's brasserie, Bar Baloo.
Has business been quite good?
Very good. We've got some Indonesians coming for Christmas and New Year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they're staying here 4 or 5 days. I think they've taken the top suite.
Oh, good.
One lunch here with Jane can lead to tens of thousands of pounds worth of business.
A lot of my clients only want suites. So they know that they're going to pay 4 or 5 figure sum. Which is a lot, isn't it?
Tell me about the Pittsburgh Orchestra.
Oh, yes, I think it's good, don't you?
Wonderful.
There are now so many 5-star hotels in London, and they're all competing, and they all have to have something that gets your business. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, how delicious. But I think this hotel's particularly good at that, because you've got Mr. Bentley, who is a very old friend of mine. You would love Peter Davies, who's coming on Friday. He's a real bon vivant.
It's all about personal relationships. I mean, a lot of the hotel business is about personal relationships. Why aren't you eating your ratatouille?
No, I've had enough. It's delicious, but I'm not...
Like a spoon?
I wouldn't. No, I'm fine. It was lovely. Thank you.
How's the
I try not
diet?
to- Appalling.
But with wealthy guests come high expectations.
Good afternoon, sir.
We've got lunch at dinner.
Yes, you will find the dining room down the corridor on your left, please. Thank you.
And the expectations of the wealthy must be satisfied.
Good evening. Good evening. We have a busy evening, over 180 booked. We're at capacity, essentially. John, do you want to run through who's joining us this evening?
Absolutely, sir. Table 18 at 7 o'clock for 3 guests. He's on his 26th visit, Russian gentleman. So it's pleasing to have him back in the room.
The Mandarin Oriental is home to the 2 Michelin-starred restaurant called Dinner by Heston Blumenthal.
Okay, check on scallop meat fruit between 2 pork and a sea bass, please.
Although Heston's name is on the door, the day-to-day running of Dinner is down to executive chef Ashley Palmer-Watts.
Is that how we're putting it on now? Yes. No, let's do it with a spoon.
To achieve 2 Michelin stars, you've got to be cooking at a certain level. It's got to have a certain flair about it, a balance about it, originality. It's got to deliver something that makes you go, that was amazing.
Just alternate this a little bit, you know? A little bit more natural.
Having a great reputation does put a lot of pressure on delivering every single day.
Main away, table 25, please.
Triple cooked chips.
That's one of the best chips I've had south of Derby.
That's not like chip shop chip.
Oh, good, you?
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Today, Heston's dropped in to see Ashley and the team.
What time?
Hello.
The 2 chefs have worked together for 17 years.
I found out about 3 months ago I've got quite extreme ADHD. And, what?
No, I was trying to listen what you were.
So, I wouldn't change it for the world. When it works, I can join dots up. I can make connections that just people can't see. 20 things at the same time when it works. When it doesn't work, I must be a flipping nightmare.
Dinner's dishes include the liquid nitrogen ice cream trolley, the spit-roasted pineapple tipsy cake, and its most iconic dish, the meat fruit, a chicken liver parfait disguised as a mandarin orange.
Chef, you're all right with that one?
Dinner by Heston? Yeah, you know what it is, or would you like me to show you? I'll show you, please.
Having such high-end food on the premises makes good business sense for the hotel.
I think any 5-star hotel must have a top chef in the hotel. And if you want to be the best, you have to be able to offer the best to your customers.
Okay, you got across table 46, no fish. You're away on 11.
But to retain their culinary customers, the hotel needs dinner to retain its Michelin stars.
The thing with Michelin guides, there's no guide on the planet that generates the same excitement and fear. Just because you've got it one year, you cannot just expect you're going to get it the following year.
In 3 weeks' time, the new Michelin Guide will be published, and the dinner team will discover if they've retained their coveted rating.
Okay, check on octopus meat fruit between 2, pigeon pork.
To lose a second star, you can guarantee that it would be a problem.
This garnish is really salty. Can we get a fresh one, please? And it needs to be fast.
I think it would be massively heartbreaking. And it would definitely impact business, for sure.
Okay, check on 3 snail, 2 tomato, 1 meat fruit between 5. 5 belly, please.
Oh no, I've never been very good at this kind of things, unfortunately.
Now that families are becoming bigger business for the Mandarin Oriental, the staff are under pressure to come up with a more child-friendly 5-star service.
When we have a child, we try and do them a special little plate with a cupcake. We write their name on it. Just has a little additional extra, make them feel really special in the morning. Beautiful. Oh, she will be thrilled. Great.
It's very important that staff treats kids really well because you're creating your next generation of your guests. I mean, children talk as well, word of mouth. I think if I would come in, I would feel very special. If you're hungry, it's perfect. The buffet is laid out. You're creating memories there as well, like for adults. But for children, you need to engage them on a different level.
Oh, look at it. Yeah! Oh, thank you very much. This is you, and how may I assist you?
But catering for children is not always straightforward. At reception, an incident involving 2 children has just been reported to duty manager Ewan.
Christos?
Yes.
And said that they damaged the mirror?
We don't know.
Okay, I'll go and check it out. Duty manager, we are primarily in charge of the safety and security of our colleagues and our guests. But as well, we also are handling any complaints. It can be very delicate, to be honest with you, because it could have been a simple accident or it could have been damage that was caused. So we now will review the CCTV and then our senior management team will make a decision whether they want to charge the guests or not for the damage.
The guest's hotel bill is already nearly £7,000.
Ah, so he kicked the mirror. What do they do after this? Are they like, oh, or?
Yes, they're like, oh.
And who is this lady here? Is that the mother?
Mother. Yeah.
And they don't say anything to the mother?
No.
It looks like she's not noticed it. And thank you. Have a nice evening. I'm now going to speak to Roman to see what he thinks and if he wants to charge them. This is Ewan. How may I assist you?
Roman is head of front office and Ewan's immediate boss.
Your thoughts on 802? Have you heard about the mirror in the gym?
No.
So 802, the 2 children, the mother was working out on the treadmill. 2 children are over at the weights machine, and one of them jumps up onto the bar and smashes the mirror.
He swung from the bar and jumped up and kicked the mirror like that.
Oh, he kicked the mirror?
Yeah, put his foot into the mirror.
Proper little karate kid, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, this is like...
it's pretty cool form, I'll be honest.
I mean, we have video footage and you
like
have
5
kind
days
of
or
probably intent there, and then it's a kid.
Yeah.
With kids, it's always difficult. It's literally...
Oh, I'm sorry, mate.
Your kid can destroy more or less everything, So I think every business has to think, is it worth fighting for that amount of money now, or does it create too much drama and disruption that I lose more in the long run? We're in the service industry, so we like to make people happy, and here you need to have a conversation that clearly doesn't make anybody happy. Not me, not them, and that's why it's awkward. Yeah, in the end, we charged the family for the mirror because it seemed like that the kid did it on purpose.
A more traditional source of revenue prized by many British five-star hotels is afternoon tea.
English afternoon tea in a luxury hotel of quality is an essential part of the day-to-day business. You eat a cucumber sandwich, you have a lovely homemade scone with clotted cream, strawberry jam. It's essential.
Which tea?
Large leaf Darjeeling.
Large leaf Darjeeling. Absolutely.
Large leaf Darjeeling is the champagne of teas.
Today, Mr. Bentley is using the persuasive powers of afternoon tea to woo some potential clients.
Who's coming for tea?
A number of people from De Beers, I believe, and some art aficionados.
Casey, 40 minutes and we need to get everything done, eh? Because we are really busy today. Yeah, sure.
Responsible for making nearly 200 sandwiches, 400 scones, and 800 cakes every day are the pastry chefs.
A lot of work goes into afternoon tea. Each pastry or cake has like minimum 4 elements. People don't realise.
19-year-old Casey is one of the youngest members of staff at the hotel.
My job is pastry commis chef. So I'm basically at the bottom of the ladder in the pastry kitchen doing the worst jobs. It's my job to do all the stuff the night before, so in the morning when everyone comes in, everything's all prepped and ready to go. So I can't leave until this is done. I was very sensitive when I first started in the industry. I used to cry nearly like every day. Someone would say something like about my hair sticking out of my hat and I would just take it to heart and get so upset.
Good morning. My name's Michael Bentley.
I'm Adrian Stefani.
How very nice to see you here. Love the coat.
There's just so much pressure not to let anyone down. Like, not just the company, but the guests as well. When we do afternoon tea, if something goes wrong, you do just think, like, oh, I've ruined everyone's day.
I'm always a sucker for cucumber sandwiches.
I think it's the double cream that gets me going.
That's the other thing, isn't it? Just so many people say, is it scone or is it scone?
Scone.
Definitely scone.
Definitely scone.
It's just like two different classes of people, and some people belong in the kitchen and some people belong in the royal suite that's the butler, and yeah, this is the life I chose. Starting salary is $17,000 a year, so people staying in the hotel pay my wage for one night. I like being in the kitchen.
Upstairs, Roman is investigating a new business opportunity that's right underneath their noses.
Reception, hello?
Some of the hotel's fixtures and fittings are out of date and are about to be sold off at an upcoming auction.
It's maybe a bit harsh to say, but sometimes you come a little bit in like a museum, where ideally you want to come in and you say, wow. The whole shower arrangement isn't modern anymore, or what you would expect for £600 in a luxury hotel. We lost guests over not having the most up-to-date bathrooms, so it feels old.
Personally, I always run into the bathroom, and if there's a shower curtain in there, I don't want to stay. Shower curtains are definitely not luxury.
The Mandarin Oriental. It's not necessarily the most luxurious hotel. It's not the newest hotel, but you know, there's a bit of this English shabby chic that is. I'm not sure they like the fact that I call it shabby.
Nice to meet you too. Are you here to buy Brad and Angelina's bed by any chance?
Do they really speak?
Well, it's for sale, as far as I know.
Morning, Lady Brown. How are you?
Today, the hotel is holding an open house for prospective buyers.
It's a lovely weighty Jack.
Bottom line, Mandarin Oriental Hotel Group is there to make money. People go into business to make more money out of what they have already.
And the doors, do they go?
The doors they're going to refurbish, so I think my understanding is they're going to keep those.
I have a hotel in Greenwich, and we've just got consent to do up my late husband's old stately home up in Cheshire. So I'm really after light fittings, lamps, those sort of solid articles.
The artwork, there's very well framed, either in walnut or a mahogany frame, and they tend to have...
How much value do these items have? And try and get the most for it. Yeah, very simple. Straightforward.
I actually would quite like the chair. You never know who sat on that chair, do you? Well, if I bought that chair, I'd probably hope it was George Clooney, but you know, live in hope.
You want that kind of cook stem. You're always going to get a heart out of the one.
In Dinner by Heston, Ashley and head chef Johnny are working on a new dish. Duck with pickled cherries and braised red cabbage.
Is it just getting a little bit of charry bubbliness going on here?
To retain their 2 Michelin star rating, every new dish must meet with the chef's exacting standards.
You know what, it just comes out quite naturally, actually, without the knife.
In terms of the 2 stars, retaining them every year is like winning them every year. You can't stand still. You've got to be constantly evolving. You've got to be trying to make things better than before. And, you know, it's very difficult sometimes.
Plate off?
Plate off.
All right. We're just going to work on the plating before we start going into service with it. So this afternoon, myself and head chef Johnny are going to have a little plate off exercise.
Ashley's got an idea of a dish, how it's going to look. He might have even drawn a couple of pictures. So it's all in his head already.
First to plate up is Johnny.
It's like a pressure test.
It's not quite how I visioned it. It's just messy. Right, cool, let's do your one. It's a tricky one, isn't it? 'Cause there's a few little bits on it.
There at the back, maybe one down here.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah? You're going to approach a dish kind of like this, and then eat your way through along the duck. You're picking the cherries along the way. It's going to be pretty nice to eat, isn't it?
What are you putting here? There's something that...
So it's finished with the spice salt from the...
fermented or...
Heston has come in to taste the new dish.
There's a very slight leather note.
Just the veg stock with loads of butter mushrooms.
Oh, it's the mushroom, yes, the mushrooms then.
He's got an obsessive, compulsive drive all the time.
It might be worth trying.
Yeah.
Just like 2 or 3 caraway seeds.
Yeah, we can drop some in.
He's always pushing for it to be better, or let's just try that, let's just try that. There's this kind of term, this kind of restless perfection, you know? You never get there. It's just like, you know, it's constant.
I think this is the best duck I've tasted here. Yeah, great dish.
Heston's seal of approval is one thing, the Michelin Guides is another.
For me, to have to achieve the 2 Michelin stars up to now is incredible. But then it just means that every flipping year, the countdown comes. So we just get that, here it comes again. Michelin comes round again. What's going to happen?
Now we're going to go and see the Loggia first.
Yes.
If that's all right. 'Cause it's wonderful.
At the Mandarin Oriental, Mr. Bentley's friendship with Jane McCrum has drummed up potential new business.
So, Peter, this is the Loggia, and it's also the royal entrance to the hotel.
The chandelier is fantastic.
Fantastic.
And, of course, you've got the view.
You've got the view.
Retired Major General Peter Davies is in search of a venue for an annual event.
And you see this?
Yes.
Look how pretty it is.
Yeah.
You see? It's the only hotel in London with a royal entrance.
Can I arrive there?
You could arrive there.
I run a club called the Fadeaways Club. Old soldiers never die, they only fade away. And we have a ladies' lunch once a year. We try to make that special. We do try to give the girls a good time out. And it was suggested that I came here to have a look at the facilities.
Pavarotti used to stay, and they had to reinforce the shower.
Yes.
Because he was so...
Yeah.
What did he weigh?
Oh, goodness knows what he was.
30 stone.
Most of our members of my club won't have had this sort of view or this sort of area to come to.
This experience.
It would be something magical for them to remember. But we are the Fadeaways Club, and our numbers do decrease.
With no money, Peter. I
No
knew you
money.
were going to tell me. No money.
But they
I
do
know.
have influence, and they'll tell their
They do,
friends.
yes. Do you not think it would be good if
I
we got
think
it
it'd be
for...
very good.
If we got it for a special...
Yes.
We'd have to negotiate.
Yes.
though. Perfect.
OK, so room 225, if I can show you this room.
It's the day of the auction. One last buyer is looking around before bidding gets underway.
It's a real princess room.
Yeah, very good. Very nice.
Are these the ones, that come in a pair?
Yeah.
So they're a nice size as well. Yeah, it's got a very luxurious feel. So I might actually just bid on a few.
Excellent. Perfect.
At £60 no bid. In the room, then at 60, I'll take 70 if you like. At £60 no bid.
Francesca is looking to buy furniture for a boutique hotel.
90, 100, 100, 110.
We are refurbishing an old Georgian estate and we've got 10 bedrooms.
60, 70, £70.
The furniture that they're auctioning off today is Georgian style, so we've got, our eye on some really lovely pieces.
1377, a Venetian-shaped gilt frame wall mirror and a gilt ornate framed wall mirror. How much for that lot there? 100?
They're £3,000 worth of bed there, and they are going for, £120. That's crazy.
All done then at 120. Sold at £120.
That's all the items. Oh, grand total. I haven't tallied it up yet, but probably over 200 items we've got today. So,
Thanks very much. There were 2,935 lots offered and 2,922 of them sold. We have made just under £200,000, so it's £195,000 with the premium.
In Dinner by Heston, the team have been working hard to retain their coveted 2 Michelin stars.
We all here? One more coming.
Today, the results are out.
Good evening. Good evening. So the first time Michelin have held a ceremony to announce new stars and stars retained and held. And this morning we were awarded 2 stars again, which is fantastic news. So a round of applause and thank you to everybody. 21 2 stars in the country, 9 in London. We are 1. So cheers, guys. Thanks very much. The hairs on my arms and my neck, I actually stand. I can't describe it any other way. It's unbelievable. It's just. I can't really explain it. It's amazing. It's brilliant. Anyone that says they don't care about it, they're probably lying.
How are you today? What are you doing?
Tidying up my storage.
Tidying up, good.
Yes.
Mr. Bentley will soon be leaving London and returning to his home in Venice.
Oh, here is the English breakfast, served with great style by Lorenzo.
Before he leaves, Jane McCrum wants to update him about the Major General's visit.
He was very interested in the Loggia for the ladies' Christmas lunch. I mean, the trouble is, army officers always plead poverty.
May I just say one thing? When you get people like that who are a bit careful,
Yes.
you throw in something. And I would say something like, well, General, in view of the fact it would be such a privilege for the hotel to look after you and your colleagues,
Yes.
we will not charge you for the hire of the room. It could become something that's every year.
Exactly.
And it's repeat business that every hotelier relishes.
Exactly.
Keeping the clientele coming back for more will be no mean feat in London's ever-expanding five-star market.
I think the future will be more and more competitive. You cannot be complacent with what you offer. It's very important to be good at what you do and to adapt in the future to do it even better.
I think there's one thing that will never change. All human beings want to have a relationship with somebody else. If you get that right, you're actually in business.
Good afternoon.
I'm not planning to go anywhere. I love to be part of it. A hotel as an entity is a combination of lots of personalities, and I love to think that I'm one of them.
Thank you, sir. I wish you the most pleasant afternoon ever. Thank you. Goodbye.
8 o'clock next Thursday, Channel 4, the UK's most incredible restorations of historic buildings from last year. Kevin MacLeod sifting through the impressive list. Next tonight, extremely British Muslims and the challenge of balancing modern life with the teachings that originate from the Quran.